wasn't ready. I think with travel, people don't talk enough about the culture shock that you experience. It's all, look at this place and look how amazing it is. And that is true. Through this trip to Vietnam, Crystal and I have discovered some of the most amazing places that we've ever visited. Sapa is a great example of that. It's a place that we love and want to spend more time and definitely will be coming back to. But the positives of traveling don't invalidate the challenges of traveling. If anything, it helps make it so that when you do find a place that you absolutely love, it is that much sweeter. Vietnam is chaotic, and it is loud, and it is in your face, and it is challenging and overwhelming, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. But I was not ready for it. So if you're planning a trip to Vietnam, or if you're planning a trip anywhere that's very different from home, I wanted to share with you a few tips that I have for dealing with culture shock when you go away. The first and foremost tip that I have is that you should build in an extra day to soak it all in whenever it is that you land in Vietnam or whatever country you're getting to, because culture shock is inescapable. I thought I experienced it when I got to Korea, the first country on our multi-country trip that we're doing here across Asia. I was incorrect. It really hit me when I got to Vietnam, which is a place not only not like the US, but also completely opposite from Korea. So I was like getting a double whammy of culture shock there. If you're able to build in that extra day, if you're able to have a bit of a longer trip, this is going to do wonders for your mental health when you're on that trip, because you need time to adjust to that new culture. Doing every little thing, from walking down the street to going to the convenience store, is going to be an absolutely brand new experience. Your brain is going to be firing on all cylinders trying to figure out just how to be. So it's really important to just take it easy, focus on the little things, and give yourself time to just acclimate to your new surroundings. Having just one extra day could compound in interest and make each successive day that much better. Second tip that I have for dealing with culture shock would be to take a tour early on in your trip. Now, it doesn't have to be a big one. It could just be a little food tour. Getting in touch with a guide who knows the local area, first of all, helps you on that specific tour that you're doing. Maybe when it comes to food, then you have an idea of what foods that you like or could eat while you're on your trip. But also, you can ask them as a local some of the questions that you might have about how to get around or what to expect while you're on your trip. And having had that experience with a local who can give you a lowdown on what to expect can give you that much more confidence when you go about the rest of your trip on your own. And last but not least, when dealing with culture shock, this last one is less of something to do and more of a mindset shift. It would really benefit you to embrace that challenge. I have a great example when it comes to our time in Korea. When we got to our first apartment, there were no forks in this apartment. It was just chopsticks. Now, coming from a US household, I was like, not even one? You just still have just like one lying around. I was shocked that they had none in the entire apartment. And now, 2 months into our trip to Asia, when people give us forks, Crystal and I are like, where are the chopsticks? Not only did we get used to them, but we get excited to use them, and it feels quite natural to use them. Just kind of like sitting in that first feeling of like resistance and saying, okay, this is not what I'm used to, but maybe I can give it a try. You could find some really exciting things on the other side of that feeling. Like Crystal and I got one souvenir from Korea, and it was chopsticks. Culture shock is, in my opinion, a really overlooked part of traveling. So if you're worried about a trip that you have coming up, I hope these tips could help you. If you have any questions about what it's like to live on the road, drop a comment down below. I'm really excited for you to be putting yourself out there. Travel, in my opinion, is the most rewarding thing that someone can do for themselves. And even though it can be very scary and very overwhelming, it really just is the best. So we have a couple more Vietnam videos coming up here soon. So like this video and subscribe for more, because I'm going to be getting culture shock over and over again all the time for the next, 6-8 months. So please check back in and give me some more encouragement, because I'm gonna need it. All right, see ya.